On the one side, though, it is just a double DPS for the side of X6. Choyabin on that patented diva of his.
Yeah, won't be seeing any Genji, so a little less back line threat there, but already Panker going to go down. Timeboy popping off on that Tracer, getting things going. He builds up for that meter, but oh, Damon knocked off the map.
Double boops on both sides. One boop only getting the mech, though. As the numbers are definitely going over the side of KongDoo Uncia. They're winning this first salvo.
Yeah, they lose one right off the bat, but they're able to get back in, take out more members of X6, so it looks like the first cap might be coming through for them as the respawns start coming in. Timeboy not going to be able to dash back in fast enough to get the contest by the look of things. Start retaking this, but for now, still going to be a bit of a standoff. Damon gets a pop onto Godspeed with the Helix Rockets. They take out Gilly as well. Dance showing off the accuracy. The Zenyatta as Poise just dashes around with his Tracer, trying to build up for another pulse bomb.
Because Diva's here, of course, takes longer for them to actually fully clear the points, and no first capture yet, even though it's a shooting gallery for Damon. Finally, they take the point. So, Uncia already pretty set here to hold the map, although...
Timeboy looking for a pick, dashing in, doesn't have the pulse bomb in time. It's a mid-melee swing. Meanwhile, that Dragon Blade does come out from Decay as he dashes in, looking to finish off No Smite, and gets him with the help of Bubbly. They do lose Dance and Bubbly, so both supports spawn here for KongDoo Uncia. This could be an opening for X6.
Really late Transcendence there for Bebe. They have gone too far. They are slowly turning the tides here, X6.
Poise goes low, doesn't have the recall. He will fall. The recap getting ready to come through here for X6. Almost have 75% of it here. But Panker popping that Primal Rage will buy a crucial amount of time for the rest of the team to get back in onto the point. Transcendence now coming through from Dance as they join in. Keeps him up. Even through that Discord Orb there from Bebe. Self-destruct tossed out by Hyobin, looking for a pick. Won't find anything as they keep contesting over this one. Now the sound barrier down from KongDoo Uncia, matched by X6, as it's just an all-out brawl, but the meter still ticks up here for KongDoo. 70% about to be attained, as it's just a couple seconds away from being a cap here for X6, but KongDoo will not back down.
Still waiting for the flip. Finally comes over at 72%. Impressive communication.
Poise, having to get out of dodge there. Uses the recall to get away from that Discord Orb. Self-safe. He gets a little bit of a trade in onto Poise, trying to build up for another pulse bomb. He will have it here in just a second. Can he find the right target? Meanwhile, Decay with another Dragon Blade dashing in from behind. Finds Bebe and Godspeed. Gets rid of Gilly. Both the supports taken out. The team wipe about to come through. There it is. Timeboy does keep himself alive, but off the point might as well.
Retake for X6. They're kind of waiting on Bebe to pick up the Transcendence. 96%. They probably want to open with that. You'd have to think if X6 are going to take this point.
I mean, they used a bit, but they still have plenty to use now.
Transcendence
coming down, going to be matched here by Bebe. As everybody just piles in, trying to stay on top of that, but Poise still gets picked, actually taken out by Gilly. Now Godspeed with that tac visor, finds the enemy soldier, but gets dashed through by Decay as they take him out, but he is answered for by the boop from the enemy Lucio. X6 pushing back in, will get the retake here at 9.
Much better. It's available now.
Pulse bomb comes out. Primal Rage has to get popped there by Panker to keep himself alive through it. As that sound barrier comes down, now Damon with the high ground. Popping the tac visor, won't get popped by that self-destruct, keeps himself safe and is just firing round after round into No Smite. Dragon Blade comes out now, slicing away is Decay, looking for the Diva. The Discord Orb thrown down. They will get the pop on the mag, and they take him out, which means the recap getting ready to come through. Gilly trying to buy some time, drops the sound barrier just before he goes down. But he's not going to last much longer. He gets taken out. The retake is there from KongDoo Uncia. And now X6 backs against the wall. They just have very few ways of getting in here. Timeboy dashing around the side, pops the recall, keeping himself up with the Discord Orb. Will not be enough here for No Smite. He goes down, and it's just going to be cleanup time for KongDoo. This is looking really good for them to be able to take this. X6 continues to try piling in, but one after another, they go down. Bebe tossing out the translocator, just barely misses it, can't get on the point. And first round.
Really needs to make value out of the Diva. That's the hero that he is known for, is what he's played basically 100% of game time. Also the hero that does prevent them from running triple DPS in most times.
Killing Bubbly, going to be a nice way to start things off, but they do lose No Smite into the exchange as Poise just starts stacking up that pulse bomb. 33%, and X6 will have the fast track in onto the point, but this is not going to be without contention as KongDoo Uncia start pushing in. They get rid of Bebe off the bat. Damon with a double kill. Comes up huge. And that's going to be Gilly going down as well as Hyobin. They pop him out of the mech. They take him down. So Uncia starting to gain some control here, but No Smite jumps in. Pretty tanky, but not tanky enough as he gets taken down. And Uncia, they'll just spin that one right on its head, looking pretty reminiscent of Control Center already.
I gotta say, the excitement for multiple DPS is coming through. We already saw Decay's very nice 3K on his second Dragon Blade on the first map, and now we're seeing Damon with some very impressive tracking on the soldier. So hit scan and also the Genji quotients of this triple DPS looking good for KongDoo Uncia, and X6 with this dive comp, no Genji. Nice little assassination onto Panker. That's the only tank down for Uncia. This might be the oncoming from X6.
Yeah, really good isolation there by Timeboy. Finds the pulse bomb target. The barrier not coming down in time to intercept it in midair. That will be a retake here for X6.
Down barrier, but Transcendence wasn't up, and crucially Decay is pretty much slowly inching towards the Dragon Blade. That's so important for their inevitable take. They don't have much time. We're already in overtime.
Yep, you can hear that Primal Rage coming through here from the side of No Smite. Just trying to smack them off the map. It's going to be matched by that of Pankers. Transcendence thrown down there by Bebe, keeping his members alive, and Godspeed just fires off with Attack Visor, coming up with multiple kills. And this is looking very good now for X6. 5 members dead, Poise just coming back up, but Decay goes down, the meter's dropping. Can the Tracer get there in time? The answer is going to be no. X6 tie it up on Lijiang Tower. They're going to take us to Gardens for one. Really the only one that's going to be able to snipe them out unless they get into a position for Decay to dash up into the air. Hear that E coming out, Damon goes down, so a nice start for X6. They can posture very far forward.
Yeah, I mean, with Damon be going down, there, as you say, is no one to deal with the Pharah, so mixing things up are X6, and that's to the benefit of the Pharah. Shooting gallery from the high ground for Godspeed.
Oh, trying to get bubbly. One last hit would do it, but the explosion on that last rocket won't get it, but they still, it's enough to force back KongDoo Uncia as the first cap comes through for X6. First time they've been able to get the first cap, as KongDoo's been coming out on top every single time, but now with this pharmacy comp, seems like maybe it's going to be too much for KongDoo to deal with. Maybe we'll see some swaps coming through.
Yeah, either swaps or approaching from coverage and not approaching from the bridge where they can just be sniped out from the air by the Pharah.
Good dash through there from Decay, gets himself a lot of that ultimate meter built up. As Dance takes out No Smite, they'll pop Gilman out of the mech, they take him down. They only lose Dance for it, but the res comes through from X6 as they try to hold on, but Godspeed goes down right off the bat, as does Bebe. So immediately 2 answering kills, looking for a third. The Pulse Bomb will find No Smite. So a retake here for KongDoo in the works as they can try to get rid of Gilly, who's being a nuisance on that Lucio. They take him out, they get it. 41% though already for X6. On that Soldier, he gets booped back. It's a sound barrier to try to keep himself alive as the D.Va and the Tracer just go jumping in onto him, gets the health back, trying to stick in here, but he'll get taken out in the end. And on the backside of the fight, Dance goes down. So X6 coming up with a couple picks, but this hasn't really translated into much as far as the cap is concerned. Pulse Bomb comes down, Panker has to pop the Primal Rage. Still going low, trying to leap his way out to safety, but gets taken out in the end. Xiaobin just body blocking all of this. Barrage coming down.
Dance died early in the picture, so once again Transcendence couldn't get full value. Primal Rage only used for delay. Let's see the Transcendence, which has been the difference between the successes and the failures of KongDoo Uncia. Here it is.
And Transcendence coming down as Decay just goes slicing away with that Dragon Blade. Has to back out though, buying a lot of time with that self-destruct. But yeah, Bebe and Osmite both go down, so Uncia looking good for their odds to get this retake. Just need to finish off these members. They lose Bubbly, but they answer one onto Gilly, so no pesky Lucio bouncing around the walls. As they try to stick into the point, the cap finally coming through, and X6 is going to have to let this one go. 50% here for Uncia, so
not going to find too many targets. They can use the point for coverage.
Wants to build up that.
Panker's dead first.
Yeah, Panker does go down, and they get Bubbly as well, just firing off from the skies yet again as Godspeed. Pulse Bomb comes down, takes out No Smite as Damon firing off with Attack Visor, looking for the kills, but has to reload, so cannot finish off the enemy Lucio. Gilly stays alive, barely so. Rez in the meantime, used by Bebe, popping everybody back up, keeping himself in the point as they try for the retake. Tied on the percentage thus far for KongDoo as they start inching past X6. But they're sitting pretty inside the point. They get the recap, and now it's all down to the wire in this final round of Lijiang.
Yeah, Damon also super delayed when it comes to grouping with the team. Only just respawned.
It's pretty much every ultimate there from X6. The barrage does come back up here. No Smite has the Primal Rage, so some time-buying tactics available from the Winston. But now you can see the sound barrier used by KongDoo Uncia as they try to push back in. Godspeed looking for an angle, has a barrage, dropping it down, takes out Bubbly off the bat. Doesn't have too many other targets, does get Damon.
2 DPS
down. To the side, but now Decay drawing out the Dragon Blade, takes out Gilly to start things off, but Timeboy comes up with a crucial pick. Pulse Bomb thrown down, not going to find a hit, and thus far it's KongDoo Uncia winning the fight as they desperately try to retake this in overtime. But X6 firing back, gets rid of Panker, gets rid of Dance. Now looking for Poise, Timeboy gets the kill, they'll get it. They'll take Lijiang Tower 1-0 over top of KongDoo Uncia to start things off. That'll be very crucial in opening things up here. KongDoo Uncia still going to be going with that triple DPS as they move forward. So Butcher just pushing out in onto the Soldier Demon, wrapping around onto the high ground. Discord Orb comes down as they look for Hyobin, but he makes his way out successfully. Poking in, looking to build up that pulse bomb, but they actually take out Timeboy to start things off. So nice opening pick here from KongDoo Uncia. Butcher goes low, makes his way out. KongDoo, they get that first tick coming through, take out No Smite as he gets rid of Decay. X6 trying to fire back. Pulse bomb comes down, they get Hyobin in the mech. So good start here already for Uncia as they look to get that second tick coming through, and maybe just the first point already.
The defense and the respawns are starting to trickle in for the side of X6-Gaming. It's a good start there, almost the full point claimed.
They're still going to contest this one as Timeboy pushes in. That's going to be the nano boost down in onto the Roadhog to keep himself alive, and Godspeed pushes in, so this will be surrendered by the look of it by KongDoo Uncia. They get the second tick, however, so they're very close to getting this capture.
Yeah, and Godspeed did not feel pressured enough to actually use the tactical visor, which he got just at the tail end. So good attack, all things considered, from KongDoo Uncia, and they have a lot of ultimates coming soon to cement this capture. So still looking like a likely capture. 2 minutes 40 left on the timer.
Yeah, and then nano boost not really doing anything. KongDoo just backing off, so they get rid of that ultimate as well, so can't combine that with attack visor. Meanwhile, though, KongDoo Uncia pushing forward, have that sound barrier coming through.
How much will they have to invest here?
Okay, looking for a pick, hasn't had to use that Dragon Blade yet. Now Butcher on the high ground with that attack visor, firing away, gets rid of Godspeed. They'll take out Gilly, and this should be the cap you'd have to expect here for KongDoo Uncia as they get 4 members down, 5 as No Smite falls. Hyobin trying to rush back to the point perhaps, but just have to let this one go, so 4 of their team.
And because of where they were stalled, it's actually very difficult for them to defend this final point as Decay has the Dragon Blade.
And dropping in from the top, we'll go ahead, pull out the blade, looking for the enemy Lucio to start things off, but the sound barrier comes down, keeping Gilly alive, at least for the moment now. Butcher back on that high ground, pops attack visor, but will just get body blocked here. That right click from Hyobin. He gets popped out of the mech, however, and should fall. That's going to be the kill coming through. Butcher goes down as Godby takes him out, but that's really just one answering kill that X6 has been able to get. The rest of the members falling down. Just pure.
It looks like it's going to be a flanking move from Decay, who for now backs away. Pressure's on this young 16-year-old Genji.
Yeah, tosses out that nano boost. Here comes the blade. Sound barrier thrown down to keep him nice and healthy as well. Chasing in, trying to find Gilly, but looks like he might have eluded, but the rest of the team can't say the same. 4 members do go down. Gilly finally falling off the backside of the fight as X6 just keep falling to the wayside every single time they try to push forward into KongDoo Uncia. They'll get the team wiped, and they're going to continue pushing in. Just 30 seconds left on the clock. X6, we'll see how long they can delay this, just meters in front of point C.
And Nano Blade separated targets as you'd expect, and the rest were deleted by KongDoo Uncia. Final commitment though, big Earth Shatter.
Yeah, Earth Shatter there from Panker, looking for the charge. Won't quite get the pin, but still is just dispersing the members of X6 as they try to stick on top of that point. Pulse bomb coming down there from Timeboy, not going to find anything. Panker goes low, they do get No Spite, they get Bebe, and they pop Hyobin out. KongDoo Uncia looking to complete this one as David dashes in, trying to win that Tracer battle, trying to get rid of that pesky Lucio. They'll get both of them here just about in the end. Throws out a Pulse Bomb just to zone them off that payload. And now it's just 2.16 meters left to go. Another Dragon Blade here for Decay. See that Transcendence by Bebe trying to buy even more time. Keeps himself alive, at least for the moment. The rest of the members coming in from the respawn, but there it is. The completion comes through. Uncia in overtime are able to make it all the way to point C.
Yeah, the kill X away is that didn't really feel like the synergy was there on the triple DPS.
Timeboy dashing around. Drops down onto the point. Trying to build up some meter here as he fires away into Butcher. Back in onto that Diva, but won't get much done. They get themselves onto the point. They get the first tick, looking for the second one, but the recontest now coming through. Diva goes in, has to peel back, or he loses the mech, but actually gets popped anyway as Bebe takes him out. Gonna be a nice pickup here. Meanwhile, Godspeed having that Dragon Blade, looking for a target. Desperately trying to chase around, but won't find much. And we do hear that Molten Core getting popped by Bubbly on the other side of things. And it seems like they retake control of the point, stopping X6 yet again in their tracks. They get the second tick, but not much more than that. Hyobin popped out of the mech. Not much more to be said.
Butcher into the front line on a nano-boosted Diva. As
a true ninja now. Here is Godspeed. He pushes in the turn, spots him, but nobody else is really paying attention. Gets the dash through, but won't find the kill. Reflections up, trying to keep himself alive, but he's down to 18 HP. And there's the shotgun blast from Bubbly, takes him out. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, No Spite goes down. Hyobin popped by that self-destruct, tossed out by Butcher. And Uncia, 15 seconds left on this defense, look to complete this full hold.
I mean, they almost had to invest nothing on holding that push. Bubbly will have Molten Core. Would take some sort of push to not get full held here, but You throw all your darts at the wall, you see what sticks.
That'd be a bit of a miracle now. Nosmite already jumping forward, has that primal range, and he's already down to about half HP. He's getting worked down very steadily. Molten Core ready to go here from Bubbly. Hasn't had to use it yet. As Time Boy takes out Damon, he's swapping over to that soldier, but yeah, 3 dead. That should be it. The Molten Core popped as well. Self-destruct comes down, won't find anything for Hyobin. He gets taken out. That's the team wipe, and KongDoo Uncia pushed all the way in overtime to point C and then full hold on A. They pick up Nimbani.
And our first instinct proved to be correct. We said, okay.
Panker going to be holding up that shield, making sure that it's going to be a harder time to get any kills coming through.
Yeah, right now, no one closing the distance on Godspeed at all.
Missing these shots in onto Bubbly. Be a very nice pickup. Meanwhile, Time Boy jumping in onto the backside of point A. Gonna build up for that pulse bomb. Pretty close, getting a lot of shots in as well onto the Diva and this Winston.
Yeah, although they're not getting the kills with Godspeed, they are corralling KongDoo Uncia into some pretty bad terrain.
Well, that's the pulse bomb ready to go. Yeah, takes out Butcher, throws out the pulse bomb, won't find the stick. Butcher gets himself out to safety. Recall coming out, Time Boy trying to keep himself alive. Dashes coming through, he jumps in, trying to get around the backside of Bubbly and get rid of the Lucio. A couple more hits would get him, and they're able to get him in the end as Bebe takes him out with the Zenyatta, and that should be the first point going over to X6. Very convincing first attack so far, and now there we go. Get out to K just for good measure.
Even the cherry on top, what was a successful first attack, you will be... Seems to be the storyline for X6-Gaming. I've got all 6, so it's time to press Q.
Piling in, the Transcendence comes out to get rid of Damon right off the bat, but he didn't have any MP to offer up anyway. Godspeed trying to fire away with attack visor, comes up with 2 kills since he gets rid of Bubbly as well. The pulse bomb coming down, gets out, Panker out of the suit, they finish him off, and finally this might be the opening here for X6, as 4 members have gone down on the side of KongDoo Uncia. The respawn's getting ready to come through. They haven't gotten the first tick yet, so still a decent opportunity for a return for KongDoo Uncia. If nothing else, they need to just try to work that clock down to 0. But they keep just getting picked off one after the other. Damon tossing in the translocator. Doesn't quite make it into the point. Just dashes his way in, smacked in actually by the enemy. Winston drops the EMP. Find 1 kill as Hyobin goes down. Dance finds out, but gets taken out by Gilly in the end. And X6 holding firm on the point, at least for now. Trying to get towards that second checkpoint. Pulse bomb coming down from Time Boy. Not going to find anything.
Still 40 seconds until the respawns get longer, so while it's got inching towards X6, that's some answering kills. 3, in fact, for KongDoo Uncia,
Yeah,
which means that it's only that single checkpoint. If that was a push 40 seconds later, then of course you would have had the advantage, but you want to claim it as early as possible. Kind of trapped between 2 mistresses, and in the end, it means that X6 actually need to come back and claim the point and hold it for now. They don't really have the resources to do so.
Yeah, and look at Dancy firing really far forward with the Tracer. Has that pulse bomb ready to go. If he can drop in, take out 1-2 members, that could put the final nail in the coffin here for X6-Gaming. Wrapping around from the bottom, gets the pulse bomb down onto the enemy Roadhog. He'll heal up. Does not find the pick yet, but they work him low, and with multiple members there, they are able to get him out. Decay coming up with 2 kills yet again, dashing his way to victory. The self-destruct finds Bebe and Decay with that Dragon Blade out, gets rid of Godspeed, gets rid of Gilly. Nosmite, the only one, trying to get his way back onto the point, won't be able to do so, nowhere nearby. So that hold on point 2 is completed by KongDoo.
The Widowmaker like we knew, and now we're able to turn over and adjust because of the failed first push. All action on Decay, here he is.
Yeah, that's going to be the Dragon Blade coming out, answered from the sound barrier, but he has to make a pit stop to pick up that health pack. Now dropping in from below, doesn't have anything yet, but Time Boy and Godspeed have gone down. The res is out from Bebe, trying to bring them back in, but he gets sniped out of there by Panker, smacking him out of the sky. As Butcher pushes forward, just trying to buy some time, trying to get this control meter rolling up here from the side of KongDoo Uncia. Respawns coming through, they do have the fast track in onto the point, as they finally finish off these members of X6, but a very late cap for the side of KongDoo Uncia. 20 seconds left on the take here. Going to be 4 minutes, 20 seconds.
They need to make a big play, whether it's with the whole hog or a pick.
Time Boy is yet again looking for that flank. They move forward, they get in onto the point, Hook comes through. Hyobin loses the mech, self-destruct,
double kill!
Out, Butcher takes out Bebe, takes out Hyobin. Is that the opening that they desperately need? Already 2 members of KongDoo Uncia have gone down. They answer with 2 on the side of X6, but the respawns are going to start coming through in their favor. Nano boost down onto Butcher, trying to buy as much time as he possibly can, but he's all on his lonesome. He'll get booped out of the mech, taken out, and that should be it. X6 able to hold off Uncia on point B, come up with the win on Temple of Anubis.
End of the day, it seemed like their fast capture of point A was what really separated the two teams. Neither looked likely to claim point B of Anubis. We've heard about that on Force. Had 6 ultimates, but now we'll only have 5. That's the only Lucio ultimate in the game.
The Sailors had a little bit too much rum.
That seems like it.
Mana boost ready to go. Some members going on the side of KongDoo Uncia to get shoved back yet again, trying to find an entry, but Panker already gets knocked out of the back. Dance going low, and now Decay drawing up that Dragon Blade, trying to find some kills, but only gets Gilly so far. X6 still holding on pretty firmly, and they just explode forth with kills onto KongDoo Uncia. Damon, Decay, and Bubbly all going down. And this looks like it's just going to be a full hold. The self-destruct comes out, overtime ticking down. There's no one there. Wow, X6, a beautiful defense, now poised to go ahead and take this set with Damon. Trying to take him out. In the meantime, Timeboy just pushing forward, trying to build up as best as possible, chipping away at these tanks. They work Butcher rather low. Dan's going to be the first one to go down. Jobin finishes them off, but they do answer back. They get no spite. They get the Diva out of the suit. Some pickups here for KongDoo, but there we go. Headshot coming through. Decay goes down. Godsby picking up that one. Looking for the Lucio. The shield comes up just in time to keep him safe, but actually Timeboy flanking from behind gets rid of Bubbly. Now looking for a bit more as he gets in onto the Zarya. Has the recall, takes him out of that corner. That was looking pretty deadly for himself, and Bebe finishes off the Butcher. They get the pop hit on the Damon. Pulse Bomb comes down. They get rid of Panker. This could be the opening now for X6. They're right there. 0.62 meters left to go. All out defense for KongDoo Uncia, just desperately trying to hold on as Bubbly dashes forward, but that's going to be it. X6-Gaming with a beautiful defense the first half of the round. They finish the push. They pick up their first victory here in Apex Season 3.